So it's about that time for another monthly update, but today we're going to concentrate just on site one. We're going to still talk about all the traffic, all the numbers, all the income, but there's also something else I want to share with you. I've had a special request about site one, and I want to know what you guys think about it. So don't go anywhere. Hello YouTube, and a very special hello to all my subscribers. My name's Phil and welcome to this channel where I document my journey building an online income. It's here to help you judge how well you're doing with your own journey. So if you haven't seen me before, why not subscribe? If you have seen me before, think about giving me a like later on because it really does help me out. Okay guys, so we're going to jump into all the stats for site one in particular. I actually looked at site 2 and site 3 in a previous video where I really went in depth with the data for them because they're about 12 months old now. If you want to check out that video, you can see the card up here. But let's just concentrate on site 1. We're going to look at Google Analytics. We're going to look at the Google Search Console. I'm going to throw in some other data there for you. And of course, we're going to look at income. So let's get started. Let's get into the computer. Okay, so firstly, let me apologize if you can hear the noise outside. For some reason, I seem to live in a building site and there's someone cleaning the courtyard downstairs with a power hose and they won't stop. So let's talk about what I've been doing. If you're joining me for the first time, I've built 3 main websites following a particular program called Project 24. If you don't know what that is, it's been set up by Income School and you can check out the link in the description that will take you to a webinar which explains all about that. I think it's a really good system and I don't think I'd be where I am today if I hadn't followed it. But let's talk about site 1 in particular. So in a previous video, I actually did give all the stats for the other 2 sites because they've just reached 12 months old. But let's concentrate on site 1 in this video. So just in terms of how many articles on the site, by the end of October, the site only had 126 articles on it. I've really slowed down on publishing here. It had the 12 pillar posts, 21 staple posts, and it's got about 93 response posts on it. So I've written about 100 of those, 102 articles myself, and I've outsourced 24 of them to writers. And I'll put on the screen just how much that would have cost me. I'll have to calculate that in a moment. You can also see on screen how long that would have taken me following the kind of suggestions that Project 24 has for spending, how much time you have to spend on each article. So in the last month, so in October, site 1 managed to get 18,501 page views. And you can see that about 94% of that traffic's organic, so 17,469 page views are organic. And the time on page is around 5.5 minutes. It's still got quite a high bounce rate, about 90%. Well, as I've explained before, for these kind of sites where you're just giving information and it's very easily accessible, having a high bounce rate probably isn't a big problem because the people are getting the answers that they need. If we just compare the traffic from October to the previous month of September, so you can see that in September I got 16,204 views on site 1 and compared to the 18,501 views. So that's 14% up. And the bounce rate, unfortunately, is the other thing that's gone up as well from 89 to 90%. But again, is it an issue? I don't really know, don't think so. And the time on page seems to have gone up as well. Now, if we look at Google Search Console and how that looks in terms of clicks and impressions. So for the month of October, I got 12,900 clicks and that's 362,000 impressions. The click-through rate's about 3.6% there and the average position is 19. And this little spike here, one of my pages just suddenly got a lot of impressions but not many clicks. So I don't know what happened there, if maybe it was suddenly ranked higher or perhaps people were searching for a particular thing. But that is just really from one page as far as I can see. If we compare the clicks and impressions from October to September, you can see it's up by about 2,300 clicks, and it's actually the impressions have gone up as well by nearly 100. So from 2,000 from 271,000 to 362,000 there. The click-through rate is not too different, and the average position seems to have improved across the site from 22 to 19. So those are the Google Search Console numbers there for you. So let's just look at the kind of top ranking articles. So I've chosen the top 5, and just I want to show you the kind of percentage of traffic that they're getting. So for October, you can see that Article 1 got 5.84%, Article 2, 5.39%, Article 3, 3.2%, 3.18% for Article 4, 3.16% for Article 5. So all the other articles are bringing in about 79% of the traffic. So I think this is pretty good because it means that the top ranking articles aren't supporting the entire site. If you compare that to the previous month, September, actually the other articles were only 77.7% of the total traffic. So this means that, in fact, I'm relying less on the top 5 by about 2%, which I think is quite a good thing. It means that, suddenly if I lose ranking, I'm not going to lose all the traffic, or at least that's what I hope. Okay, so as many of my regular viewers will know, I don't really monetize these sites very well. I haven't really cracked that quite yet, but I'm still just really concentrating on getting traffic. But I do make a little bit of money, so mainly through Amazon, which is not the best thing, but for various reasons, mainly not living in the United States or the UK, living in Taiwan, it's kind of difficult to get onto some of the American affiliate programs easily. I think it is possible, but I just haven't really looked into it yet. Anyway, so in October, my Amazons for the US store, the commissions were $95.95. You can see I got just over 1,000 clicks, 115 ordered items, and 4 returned items. That's given me a conversion rate of about 11%. But I realized that not all that money came from site 1. So let's just look at the breakdown of that. So we got 48 cents from this channel, Passive Income Phil. So thanks I got for whoever bought whatever you bought. If you ever want to buy anything on Amazon, I know Black Friday is coming up, and you know, you're going to buy it anyway, why not go over to Passive Income Phil, click on a link there, and you can give me a commission if you think that that's something you'd like to do. We also had from site 3, which is my fastest growing site, that got about $6.39 from the American store in October. And site 2, the wedding niche, not very good site, it only got 60 cents, but that's probably the most it's earned ever. So that means that $88.48 came from site 1, and you can see all the stats there. So it really is like the most income I'm getting from blogging, really, is coming from site 1. However, I also have the UK Amazon store kind of linked up. I did have Canada, but that got closed down because of some infraction that I need to fix apparently. But the UK store got £19.99. So that gives me kind of a total of about 120 US dollars from Amazon from both stores for the month of October. So pretty good, it's going up slowly and surely. So those are all the stats for today. So if you've enjoyed that video, please do give me a like. It does really help me out. And if you're joining me for the first time, this is what we talk about on this channel. If it's something you're going to find useful, why not subscribe? But on to that special thing that happened to me this week with my site. So I was looking through my emails and I actually got an email from a guy who was offering to buy my site. Now, I'm not sure how real this was or whether or not he was trying to intimidate me, because he said that he was checking the competition and I'd written a lot of the articles that he wanted to write. Now, I don't see this as a bad thing. I actually see competition as validation for the fact that the niche that I've chosen is actually one that's still active and people are still trying to build content in. So I don't know, what would you do? This site is pretty much bringing in all my income. It's the site that I've spent the longest time on, the most amount of work personally on that site. What would you do? Would you sell it, or would you keep growing it and then make even more money later? Let me know in the comments.